Hey guys, it's Jennifer with Courtside Tennis After Hours, where the stores might be closed, but I'm serving up tips and tricks so you're ready when you're courtside. So something I'm going to go over today is the dreaded tennis elbow. What causes it? How can you prevent it? And while I don't have all the answers, I do know a few tips to kind of steer you in the right direction to, if you have tennis elbow, maybe heal it, or to kind of prevent it from coming along. So there's a few things in my opinion, and I'm really curious if you guys have other, things that you have had cause tennis elbow. If you guys want to comment, I'd be curious to see that. I'm sure other people watching this video would be interested. But in my opinion, there's a few things. So going with a racket that's too heavy or too light, that is a big item that could cause tennis elbow. The main thing that causes tennis elbow, in my opinion, is mishitting, like hitting the ball late. So if you have a racket that's too heavy, you're not able to swing it at the correct speed because, it's just kind of weighing you down. So in my opinion, having a racket that's too heavy, plus the weight can also fatigue your arm too. That can cause you to, swing a little bit slower, mishit the ball, and have that vibration kind of going up to your arm and your elbow. Having a racket that's too light, on the other hand, is not good either. So it's all about finding the perfect balance. Typically, I find for women that's 10.1 ounces. For most men, it's 10.6. That's usually kind of the sweet spot. But having a racket that's too light also is not beneficial because there's no mass behind the ball. So you're having to generate just so much of your own power. Another thing that can be causing tennis elbow, I always ask people, how are you stringing your racket? If you're stringing your racket with a stiff polyester, that's something that can kind of lead to tennis elbow. Sometimes it can cause your arm to be more fatigued, cause arm injuries. If you're stringing at a higher tension, that's also something that could be contributing to that soreness in your arm. So if that's you, if you're having pain in your arm, try sticking to a synthetic gut. Excel from Babolat's a really soft string. It's the closest to mocking natural gut. Natural gut's going to be the best for tennis elbow, but Excel, if you're not wanting to spend $55 just for the string, Excel is a really good second choice. Drop the tension too. So if you're high 50s, some customers are even in the 60s, drop the tension to mid 50s, lower 50s. That's going to be a lot better on your arm too. Another thing that I personally think causes arm fatigue, possibly tennis elbow, is having a grip size that's too large because you're not able to hold on to the handle as much. It's kind of torquing in your hand, which is causing that vibration to go too. And then also the quality of racket. If you're playing with an old aluminum, Big 5 or kind of a cheap racket, that's something that can be contributing to it too because the racket's not absorbing the shock of the ball. So you'd really want to go with, and the same is true even with the nice $300 rackets. If you're not picking an arm-friendly one, if you're having a super stiff one, that can be causing your arm to get fatigued too. So if you're kind of in the market for a racket too, you're wanting to avoid tennis elbow, go with something that's a little bit more flexible, like the Clash, that's absorbing that vibration from the ball. And those are kind of my top tips to look for to avoid tennis elbow, to try to make it better. I'm really curious what you guys have to say as well. So go ahead and comment and let me know. And if you guys like this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications. Thanks, guys.